sure who is favored in this matchup. I would assume whichever champion Carl is not playing. And then we are going in. I am picking up the Clarity Ghost so I can run it down mid, Disco Nunu style. Ja.
Och jag klippt lite avokado tror jag också.
And they are off.
Har det kommit in någon mer bets, Max?
Checking my account right now.
Vad ska du göra på light
Yes,
eller?
Sebastian Kalli, we have 3 bets in total. No swish from Dara, not that I was expecting one, but we're looking here at...
Har ni på riktigt?
30 Swedish crowns.
10 spänn.
Vad fan?
10 spänn. Du har
Jag
till...
visste inte.
Du har
And
till...
they have all...
Du har tills innan första damage inflicted.
Okay. We will have to postpone the tournament as Dara wants to get in on the betting, and we have to postpone the
Ni
tournament.
måste betta innan första damage infliktad.
Yes.
10 kronor
Max 10
till
kronor,
Max.
alltså du måste skriva ut en namn.
Okej.
Fort då!
Finns det inte Dorans Blade?
No, not an Aron.
Nej. Så, Max. Mission Impossible, har du sett Mission Impossible 99 eller?
And I was thinking we would have to postpone the tournament as Dara was going to give me a swish, which usually takes somewhere between 1 and 2 weeks, but he does send it immediately. And we have another bet, ladies and gentlemen.
I fucking love this!
And the Minions have
Det här är
spawned.
typ det bästa vi har gjort.
Welcome everyone to the first annual Dara's Eat to Support 1v1 Spring Split Grand Finals, and we have Team Serbia going up against Team India here in the mid lane.
Sensielt. Fucking
Peace slowly walking up, starting to auto the creeps. Remember, it is the first kill, the first tower, or the first 100 CS that will determine the game. So far, they're both playing incredibly passively. Call decides to whiff the Q. Interesting decision. He has the Guardian's Orb. Peace also playing a bit of a passive builder with the Vampiric Scepter. Ruby Crystal, we do see some early damage being exchanged. Call changing in. Oh, he's getting auto attack down. They both still have potions to work with. Peace does have a lot of sustain coming in from that Fleet Footwork rune. While Call is playing the Electrocute. It's a bit more... It's a bit more fun to watch, you know, with some burst damage. As for the CS, they're both roughly tied. It's 9-6, although Call does have a few more creeps to pick up here. Nisbeast does have him shoved in under tower, lands the Q a good bit of poke as Call is almost down to about 80%. He realizes that he probably shouldn't have picked the melee champion into Nisbeast range champion. He does go in for some damage, lands the Q, dashes in, does not win the trade, however, and now his potion is spent. He does have the thing to pick up, I believe, the health regen. And now Diana is the one perma pushing the lane. Dodges the Q, the Piltover Peacemaker, I believe it's called, from Caitlyn. Lands the Q of her own, could go in, decide to go in on this. Not sure if... she does have the level 6.
Max är till att inte bli afkickad. Jag vet inte när man blir det, men...
Don't know what the level 6 does for Diana. For Peace, he does get the aimbot, you know, just like in CS.
Hur ser CS:n ut?
We're looking at...
Whoa, what the hell is this?
Gör du? Oh my god! Oh my god! Fucking going home.
I'm ghosting away. We're looking at 13 CS. 30 CS for Diana. Up against Peace 24 CS. And we are experiencing some technical difficulties. Wait, there's something wrong. What the fuck? Yeah, there we are. So the CS is currently 13-29. This might actually be dragged out to the point where EU Indian feels forced to go for the all-in, as he won't be able to compete with the ranged AD carry in terms of the creep score. Does pick up the heal, however, lands himself at a comfortable 65-70%. Peace chilling at 95. Call whiffs the Q, hits the auto attack, gets some kind of shield, and then walks in. Tries to absorb this healing. It does do a decent bit of poke, actually. I believe he actually does win that trade. especially considering that Mies got 2 of the heals, whereas Carl only got 1. So a little bit of interesting trivia about these players. This Caitlyn right here, Mies, also known as Marko, he was known as he used to be a diamond player before he decayed out of it. So he went from the diamond destroyer to the platinum pussy, as we call him, because he didn't dare to queue up. So he decayed. He had 5 LP for about a month in Diamond 4, and then he eventually rightfully went down. But doesn't look like he's stopping this Diamond 2 peak player, the EU Indian. Okay, Call going in with the ult. Procs the ignite, gets ignited himself. Mies very low. He does decide to use the barrier. Some reason flashes away. EU Indian hot on the chase. That's another kill! And that's a 1-0 in favor of Team India. And Mies leaves the game. Not a word was spoken. Nothing was said. Only game intent. That's how we know it, Marko.
Okay, we go again.
And and remember it's a best of 5, so it's the first to 3. We're gonna be getting this second game underway shortly. Okay, I queued up for a ranked game of Teamfight Tactics. That's not what I want to do. So, once again, Carl was talking a lot of smack earlier, and it does look like he can back it up. I'm not sure how this is going to affect Mies mental. He needs to have the Magic Felix mental here, the mental gameplay, the mental state, the ability to believe in himself, even though he is down 1 game. I will give him. How do I give him captain?
Såg han vad jag pickade eller va?
No, he called Diana before you picked it, and then he picked Diana. But nice try. Let's see.
Borde inte de byta sida nu?
Yes, we will get a sidbyte here as EU Indian will join. Hur är det captain call?
Spectate.
Byter du också lag nu Max, så man får se en annan POV typ?
Jag är ju med Indien nu, EU Indian.
Nice.
Once again.
Får man picka samma champion?
We should be expecting to see the Diana band coming out here from Mies. Does decide to get rid of the Azir. Not sure if that's one of Carl's good champions. Really, haven't really seen him ever perform on it. Maybe it's because I'm in the bot lane, slowly working away at his mental, being very annoying. He is known for playing Irelia, Zac, Katarina, Rengar, Lee Sin. Oh, well, not really playing Lee Sin as much as inting, but we will see. Oh. Wait, I think my game is... Funkar det på streamen?
Ja, bro.
Ja.
Ah.
Vad heter din rune page? Jan?
Janna, tror jag då. Okay. Mies has given me his pick, so even if he sees what Carl decides to choose first, it's not gonna matter.
It's Marko who chooses first, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But I know what
you
Marko
whore.
would pick. He does ban out the Snake Lady. And EU Indian
Looking
with
at that.
the Ignite barrier. He is EU Indian is of course known for playing with that Ignite. It's his favorite summoner spell in the whole game.
Why are
He
you
expresses his love.
telling
Why are
us?
you spoiling my
Fuck, I'm retarded.
summoners?
you
Wow.
retarded,
We
bro.
can redo.
Oh my god, this fucking streamer bro!
But he can change it if he wants to. He hasn't picked anything yet.
Precis, han kan ändra nu om han vill Max.
Yes. Ser du picket, Marko?
Det är ready.
Jag tror man kommer mutas för att
Mutat.
Nej då.
Okay, he is here.
Hör du Max, Marko?
Ja.
Okay, I will try to tilt him a bit harder this game. I will be a bit nicer on him. Obviously, it was a bit too much for Marko to handle last game as he lost as a Caitlyn to the Diana 1v1. And I just looked that up, actually. Our analysts did get me the score. That is a heavily favored 70-30 matchup in the favor of Caitlyn. Not sure how he lost that. Will be interesting to going into the next game up here, the next matchup, to see how Nar fares against
Jag säger det igen, alltså, det här är fan det bästa vi har gjort alltså, på länge.
Vladimir. And
Well,
right now, the live
Alright.
odds.
Olle, du är så lycklig.
Ja.
And speaking of something else, it is official that Eddie Hall will be going up against Hafthor Björnsson in the heaviest boxing match in history in September 2021 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Speaking of nice matchups, obviously that's nothing compared to Carl versus Marko, but it's interesting. Hang on.
Kom inte ut med blitzkrank på midlanen. Har streamen laggat eller?
Welcome everyone to round 2 of the first annual Dallas Eaters Sport 1v1 Spring Split Grand Finals here at the Howling Abyss. Team India does have the lead 1-0. As it looks like both players have opted for the safer option, the Vampiric Scepter and the Ruby Crystal. Once again, in the inventory of Meespeace, what EU India does decide to go for the Tank Vladimir build with the Guardian Sword Ruby Crystal. Both of them absolute chickens. As EU Indian misses his ability, not sure which that one, I think it's his E maybe. Meespeace, that ranged lane bully. Playing that Gnar, getting some poke in, but Vlad will surely be able to recover as he does possess a lot of healing. Gets the empowered Q, and Meespeace drops down to 75% as he's really just whacking away at the minions. Vlad does have a slight CS lead, but Meespeace does have a few more creeps to pick up. These first two initial waves. He kites back to the tower as EU Indian levels up, hits level 5. Meespeace also does the same. He decides to transform. I'm not sure if he decides to, if that's a pass. I'm not sure how that works. We're going to pretend he decided to do it. He leaps in, uses the W, lands the stun on the Vlad, who will retort with the auto Q, electrocute, auto attack again, proc. And Meespeace comes very small legs. That's depicting reality quite well. Does move in on the Vlad, who does have 2 stacks of something. His passive, I think. Playing inside the bush here, really looking to outlast this Gnar. But they both have pretty defensive builds, so we'll see you in 5 minutes. Så det är något som är fel med mitt tangentbord. Vänta. Jag kan inte göra någonting.
Where's the commentary, man?
Yeah, I will get back to it.
I was enjoying that.
I mappen, ja. Så inte den börjar vandra ut i mid, ja.
Okay, we see a...
Oh!
Okay, as our AFK guy nearly becomes AFK. No, tries to walk in the mid lane again. I will not do that one more time. A lot of damage being exchanged here in the mid lane. As Carl, the Meespeace does decide to ult the EU Indian and ignite him into the wall, going in for the kill. EU Indian so very low, 20%, drops the pool. Meespeace drops the barrier, and it's not even close. The score is all tied up, gentlemen, as we are looking at a 1-1 scoreline. Meespeace finishing off the creeps. EU Indian leaves without a word. Now,
Not a word was spoken.
Surely the mental game has shifted now. As the absence of sound tells us that Carl has begun to tilt. Can he pick himself back up? He is not known. He is not known for his mental gameplay. And if there was a surrender vote,
Vänta, låt mig starta om klienten. Alltså den är jättebuggig.
He surely would have requested a surrender after that death. And now Meespeace has requested a technical timeout in order to restart the client. We'll be getting our next game set up here. Nope.
Somebody did not enjoy this.
Vem drog?
Groovy. Vi ser det här.
Var med.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are really going all the way, the whole 100 yards or whatever, as we are getting our third game underway. 1-1 is the scoreline. Howling Abyss is the map, and we're waiting for EU Indian to start the game.
Jaha.
Kör.
And EU Indian, you should let me know which character you're going to lock in before you lock it in, so you can't cheat if you see what he locks in and so forth. Means Beast does once again decide to ban the Yasir. Once again, not sure what his thought process is there. Don't think I've ever seen Carl with a positive KD on that yellow champion, but that's whatever.
It is fucking main, bro.
Once again, very similar bans here.
Man måste ju tänka på vad jag vill picka. Det här kommer bli en längre banning phase.
League of Legends it's not unlike a chess game where every player has to try to predict the opponent's move and how they will play in the future. That's why these banning phases are so important. So it's sort of like playing blitz chess, something that I have played against Marko on numerous occasions. Not that he's ever beaten me, but you know, it's
When the Irelia ban. Big yikers.
I believe this is the identical ban lineup as we had last game. And now I'm going to have to ask Carl, before Myspys picks something, Carl, you have to tell me what you're going to pick.
Okej, vart då?
Not now, but ban first and then you tell me.
Nej. Jag måste ju ha tid och...
Picka
Eller?
efter...
Ja, men du får picka efter att Carl har skrivit till mig vad han ska picka. Alltså, han kan inte förstå vad jag menar. Som du gjorde förra gamet.
Varför ska jag skriva till dig? Eller vad?
Now Carl will write me what he's going to pick. Yes.
Men jag vet ju inte. Men jag...
Okay, you have 30 seconds.
Marko får också fundera på vad han ska
Har han sagt? Säg till när han har sagt.
Okay, we have a pick. Now we wait for Myspys to choose his champion. Yes, that is what we were. Now that Carl decided to ban the Gnar, he is not able to ban out the Ari, which is the champion that Myspys. That was Myspys rise to fame. Yes.
Egentligen borde det vara så att den som whisprar måste säga 2 champs för ifall, vad händer ifall den andra duden pickar där den whisprar.
True, Oscar thinking like a true programmer, thinking about the edge cases, what happens if we select something very clever, yes. Or,
Clever but unlikely to happen.
and we go singed. Ooh. And in 30 seconds this will be underway.
But not great.
So it's an interesting matchup. Quinn, great champion, great mobility as the ultimate behind enemy lines, allows her to travel very quickly. Not sure what it would accomplish in the 1v1 scenario on Howling Abyss, but I'm sure that the mastermind that is EU Indian has already thought of some amazing strategy that we will now witness as we head into game number 3.
Ja, det Stewie 2K du har på din bild, Kalle.
Ja, visst.
Jag har aldrig tänkt på det.
Ingen annan som vill börja bantra mot någon annan, så vi har en till 5 1v1 sen. Vilken jävla dålig idé, vem fan kom på det?
Du är så himla lycklig så du vill bara aldrig att det här ska sluta.
Nej, ja, det är så jävla kul.
Ja, Olle, jag tar dig så jävla hårt. Ska vi mötas
Nej,
eller?
nej. Don't embarrass yourself där.
Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the third game of the first annual Data Seed Support 1v1 Spring Split Land Finals. It is Team Serbia going up against Team India, and there's already been a poke exchange in the mid lane as Myspys lands the charm, and the Q does not land the Q on the way back, which would deal even more damage, I believe. Does proc the press the attack, by the Quinn, however. Interesting choice, decides to go for the Seeker's Arm Guard, once again really valuing those defensive stats such as armor and even more armor. Quinn, we're seeing an interesting tank Quinn build with the Guardian's Hammer.
Är det där en ny champ?
No, Quinn just isn't played very often, but surely EU Indian will make it work. Does decide to tank the Q, but he is already ahead slightly as far as the healths go. He does land a lot of damage onto Meespeace, goes in, gets the ignite, gets an insane amount of damage, and it might already be over. Meespeace escapes with 50 HP, retreats
God,
under
jag
the
såg en
turret.
mål.
Now she has to play extremely carefully, knowing that any encounter could be the last, could be the death of her, but she can rest a little assured in that EU Indian has used Ignite, used pretty much everything he had on that all-in. Does with some ability by a mile right there, not sure what that was about. Meespeace hits level 5. The CS is currently 8-11 in favor of Quinn, as Quinn is just dashing in and out of those bushes. You can see that here.
Vart är here?
Up to the left, 14 by her stats.
Okej, men vart ser du den andra?
I click on her and I check. Sorry, this is also a very noob-friendly channel, guys, where you'll be able to learn how to view stats such as creep score, health, and mana in an upcoming episode. So, once again, they both hit level 6. They both have access to their ultimates. But as we were discussing with the analysts at the pregame, not sure what good the Quinn ultimate will be, maybe for running away, whereas the Ahri ultimate does do a lot, especially in 1v1 setting when you're trying to dodge the enemy's abilities. She does land a little bit of Q damage, and she has actually recovered. She is stacking up that Seeker's On Guard. Well,
Tänk på Bafk.
yeah, I will run it on me. The Singed right here. There we go. And the CS is roughly the same. It's almost exactly equal. As Carl lands a lot of damage, lands the stun, goes in, gets charmed. However, Meespeace with no mana can't follow up. Not sure what this Diamond player is thinking as we're going into the 3rd minute of the match. Carl really shoving out that mid lane. Does decide to grab the health potion, but that might be the end of him as he gets ignited by Meespeace. Meespeace very low with the mana. Does he have enough to finish him off? He does ignite the Queen, and Queen goes down. And the pick of Ahri really coming out strong here from Meespeace as he picks up another consecutive win, 2-1, leaves the game. And I'm not sure
Det var
what Carl
inte
can do to
another
counter this.
consecutive win. Det var...
Two consecutive wins. Another win in... Vad han vann ju förra?
Men förra var inte en consecutive win.
Nej, jag vet. That's true.
Oscar with the
Jag är
important
color analyst.
Yes, he is keeping track of where to see the CS and whether or not 2 wins were consecutive. Okay. As I will invite our contestants for the 4th and possibly the final game in this Dallas City Sport 1v1 Spring Split Grand Finals. As I will join the spectators, and we need someone
Ska
to
du
change.
byta sida?
Är det hus? Är det glas där?
And the score is now 2-1 in favor of Carl.
Nej.
In favor of
Är det
Marko, sorry.
Load eller?
Tried to pull a fast one on you guys there, but you were all too ready. Once again, Meespeace banning out the Lucian. We're going to see the Seer. We might even see the regular bans coming through. The Gnar ban, perhaps. And possibly the Ahri ban as well, seeing as, even though if it was really close, that initial all-in from Quinn wasn't quite enough. And I've received so many payments on Swish. Hello, guys.
När det här är klart kommer Max bara disconnecta.
Yeah, 40 spänn. Make it my way.
Joink.
Amanda, we're rich. Jag är bookie. Jag tar bets på vad som de bettar på Marko eller Carl kommer vinna.
Och commentary.
Och jag är kommentator.
Men det kanske de fattar.
Det står 2-1 till Marko just nu. Jag har inte bettat på någon. Jag måste vara opartisk ju. Nej, jag får ja, vi fick en annan kommentator här. bans the Caitlyn and the Nor, sets himself up to be dominated by the Ari, and now we need
Just det,
Misty
jag
to
ska
let us
skriva.
know what his pick is going to be before Indian locks in his
Du ska skriva
champion.
2.
And you should let me know. Yes, you should tell me.
Jag tror det kommer räcka med en.
Hemligt fullt.
Yes, we have received the pick from Mispies. EU Indian has to pull something. He has to have some kind of ace in the hole, and that is some ace right there.
Oh my god.
Two Oscars going up against each other. Very, very poor players.
Vad betyder det?
Ja.
And we try to swap here.
Vad betyder det?
Nothing.
Vad betyder det?
No, nothing, of course.
Vad
And we
betyder
are
det?
too short. Two short champions in the rift, you know.
Jag är näst längst. Näst längst i det här samtalet. Näst.
And we're getting into game number 4 now. It's gonna be. Is it game number 4? Yeah, it is game number 4. The score is 2-1 in favor of Team Serbia.
Timens här.
Ja.
Ja, kör.
Jag är längre än Tim.
And we are.
Jag tror inte du längre Tim.
Det tror jag.
Vi har
Hur lång är du,
testat
Tim?
många gånger.
Hur lång
Vi
är
har
du, Tim?
testat så många gånger.
Hur lång är du,
Robert,
Tim?
Och du förlorar varje
Hur
gång.
lång är du, Tim?
1,87.
Jag är också 1,87 så hur
Jag är 1,88.
Du har varit kortare varje gång.
Jävla Guardians Hammer, den är inte så dum.
Eller hur?
T-bro.
Så okej.
Vad är Gordons Hammer?
Ett item.
Som litty item.
Det känns bra i alla fall. I don't know.
Sure.
Nu börjar de prata med varandra här. Nu är det inte lika wide längre.
Hur mycket pengar tror ni den som säger triple kill, quadra kill, welcome to the howling och så vidare. Hur mycket pengar tror ni den
40
har fått?
spänn.
Va? 40 spänn
100
på
spänn
Coop.
presentkort på Coop.
Det tror inte jag.
Det är Riot
Hello.
Games. Vet du hur dåligt de treatar sina employees eller?
Vet du?
Väldigt intrusive.
Jag har läst artiklar.
Alla spelföretag treatar sina...
Inte Valve.
Kanske inte, men de har fått mycket pengar.
Okay, hello, gentlemen and gentlemen. We are back for game number 4 here at the Daras ET Support 1v1 Spring Split Grand Finals, where EU Indian has gone with the build Guardian's Orb, Clothed Armor, 3 health potions, which might be the most pussy build I have ever
Free
seen.
CS.
Ah, yes.
Trist going up with the Guardian's Hammer, Health
Wait,
Potion,
får du CS
Longsword
då? Det får du
combination,
kanske.
which is somewhat interesting.
Ah, that's yikes.
As the two Oscars are exchanging a lot of damage here in the mid lane. EU Indian setting up a siege here with his cannons, maybe. Not sure who wins in the all-in. Maybe Heimer does have an opportunity if he is close to his turrets, whereas Myspiece, the Trist player, might have a bit of a harder
Vi
time
får fan CS av dem.
dealing with that. The CS right now is 18-13. Sorry, make that.
Du vet att om du kollar klickar
13.
tab så ser du båda samtidigt.
I know, men jag vet inte.
Easier
uppskatta er view.
viewer experience.
Okay, I did not think through this pick.
Call now, realizing that this might not have been the pick that he's chosen, and he has told us in the pre-game interview that he has beaten Myspiece 4 times on this map in the 1v1, so it would be real awkward if he were to lose now when we're getting this live streamed on camera. As Myspiece jumps in, goes for the trade, gets the E, gets the Ignited Flow, gets a lot of damage on EU Indian, who is able to respond somewhat, but definitely loses that trade. Pops a health potion, keeps the cannons going, as he is farming that CS as well, but he is, however, down 22-25 and are about to be kicked. And we move back. No, we don't move there. EU Indian misses the E thing. His cannons are doing a lot of work now. Very helpful if you have poor mechanical skill like this player does to have your turrets with aimbot shooting at stuff.
Very
sort of like-
helpful to give him free CS.
Yes. As Miss
Now
Peace
he's
has
fighting with the
reached
commentator.
29 minion kills. Only one behind though is Heimerdinger. He is, however, quite low mana-wise. Not sure how he will be able to do in terms of longevity. If this is going to be a long lane. So far, both players have just been battling it out in the mid part of the lane as Meespeace leaps in, gets the E, gets a lot of damage, will surely proc it. EU Indian drops extremely low, 20% Meespeace backs out comfortably, having forced all of the health potions from Heimerdinger at this point, who is hovering at around 50%, while the Triss player is at 90% and does have 2 health potions as he leaps in, gets the other E, and this might just be the end of EU Indian, who gets a lot of damage onto Meespeace. Gets ulted away, however. Not sure what Meespeace was thinking with that one. He might have just saved his opponent's life. Meespeace does have 2 health potions still remaining. 43 CS against the Heimer's 35. Sorry, make that 36. As Meespeace is hiding in the bush. Why can I see that he's in the bush?
Because he's shooting.
Okay, and he is shooting. He gets the ignite on EU Indian, procs the shield, gets the E as well. It might expire 75, 77 health. And this Heimer is super scared. The next W of the Trist might just be the end of the match and end of the series, as he might take it home for Team Serbia. They haven't had a win here on the international stage for about 4 years now. It's been dominated by Team India, and here he comes, moves in with the W, gets nothing out of it as he moves back, very disappointed. We see the emotes coming through from the Heimerdinger, perhaps trying to tilt his opponent, get inside his head. But it doesn't appear to be working as Meespeace has crossed the 50 CS mark with Heimer trailing at 41. Meespeace does fly in, gets stunned, gets a lot of damage on him from the turrets. Heimer was ready for that, but he is, however, only at 100 HP. Does proc the Arcane Comet for some extra damage, but now Trist is also out of health potions. This is suddenly a lot more tied than it appeared to be a few minutes ago. We are hitting the 6-minute mark relatively soon, and I'm not sure if Meespeace can last that out and just win on CS. Doesn't look like anyone is close to killing a tower. EU Indian does take that healing one more time, moves in, tries to get some damage. Meespeace just walks out of rage, because this is League of Legends, you can just walk away from stuff. But anyway,
Det står inte här uppe. The fuck?
Meespeace now starting to shake a bit, starts to blame the terrain, blame the map. Oh, he is, however, regenning, albeit slowly, 560 health points, whereas... Oh, he does have the lifesteal from the Guardian's Hammer, whereas the Heimer does not. Heimer, however, only at 47 CS, hasn't been hitting a whole lot. Trist at 65. Could just be going for the win in that manner at this point, as EU Indian might be forced to push eventually, as I was talking about at the beginning of this match. But right now, nothing happens. Or he goes in! No, he does not go in. Yeah. EU Indian does decides to push, realizes he gets the vision, he knows that his opponent just took the healing, sets up new turrets, does move up in the lane a little bit, perhaps focusing on getting that every bit of CS matters this late in the game, and now Meespeace is at 74 minion kills, 75, 77, oh no, 76. Only needs just over 20 more to claim the victory. EU Indian realizes this perhaps my voice is tilting him as I remind him that he is going to lose, and that would be pretty anticlimactic. Both players now playing it extremely slow. EU Indian moving up, the cloth armor in his inventory, places another robot, places 2 robots in the middle of the lane. Meespeace 81 CS and counting. EU Indian stuck at 60. There hasn't been any exchange of damage for 3 minutes between these 2 players. I'm not sure what game they think they're playing, but this isn't fucking Farmville. As EU Indian misses the W, moves in, lands the Q, gets E'd, however, lands the Arcane Comet. Huge damage coming out of this Trist. As the Heimer is the one playing in the bushes now. The CS currently is 85-68 in favor of Trist, and surely if this game goes on for much longer, it will be Mies Piece's game. Heimer has to push in and win it. Not sure what they can do here. Mies Piece decides to go in, 100% HP, gets the E, gets the huge damage as the R and the E deals damage at the same time, leaving Heimer broken, shattered, and confused as he retreats to heal up just outside his turret. Stays inside the radius, gets that second heal, moves into the bushes yet again, maybe going for a sneak attack, but at this point I'm not sure what he can do. Even if he lands his whole combo, surely it's not enough to deal 1,700 damage, which is the total health that our Trist player almost has. He needs another 5 CS, whereas Heimer needs 27. He needs another 3 CS, and the game is about to be over. We see the emotes coming out. They know what's going on. He goes in. He goes for the kill. He doesn't want to end it that way. I get an AFK warning. It doesn't matter. Take it away. We have our first annual analysis for 1v1 Team Serbia. We get the FF vote as we are on Call's team. The FF vote is what we expected the whole game. I will gladly accept it that we will surrender and move on to the next. Oh, there is no next game, and move on to the prize ceremony.
Alla.
Vad sa du?
Jag vet inte om det här kommer funka.
Va?
Jag vet inte om det här kommer funka.
Jag är inte det alltså.
Not even going for the CS. Styling on him.
Styling on him. And there we have it, folks. It looks like Carl's mouth was writing checks that his League of Legends skills just couldn't cash. Speaking of cashing checks, let's
well,
see
you know, still up 5-3, so...
Nu vill jag veta vem som bettade på vem.
Det är ju anonymt.
Jag visste, Olle. Snake.
Oh, we actually had, and if we go by the bets, we have 3 bets in favor of one person and 2 bets in favor of the other. We have Oscar, who decided to bet 10 kronor on Marko. Olle, 10 kronor. His message was bring it home, Carl. I'm afraid you let you down there, Olle. Don't take it out too hard on him.
I'll take my 80 crowns now.
We have Sebastian Kalliu here, who wrote Mies Piece, and then he wrote in all caps Kalliu, so I would know who it was. And then we have Team 10 kronor on Carl.
What?
And then we have Dara, 10 kronor on Carl. So I would be paying out, let's see, 13.5 I believe it was. I'm not sure what was the odds. It was some
Det är ändå bra att fler bettade på det förlorat. Annars hade det blivit stelt.
Yes, I will pay out 13.5 crowns to Oscar and Kalliu. Very interesting here.
Oscar, the betting god, coming through again.
Have to pay taxes on this win, of course. The tax, I'm not sure how much it is, but thank you for watching. Until next year, guys. Remember, call sucks. Vad jobbigt.
Well done.
Well done.
Everyone involved.
Well done,
Det var ett
Marko.
stall-game med Heimer. Och sen så sa du att du
I
fick
could
ett
stall you
CS
harder.
av... Sen sa du att du fick CS av att döda mitt power, så jag fick panik.
I don't think that
That
makes
was
up for the
unlucky.
diff. No.
Well, I obviously could not go for a stall game. Which was sad.
Var det någon jag bannade som du ville spela?
Ja.
Cassiopeia.
Irelia.
Nej!
And
Varför pickar du aldrig Vayne, Marko?
Useless.
Because you can't 1v4 in a 1v1.
Varför är det useless?
I got nothing.
You have walls and you have your E and you have your...
I got no wave clear, no all in, no nothing.
Och 13,5 kronor swish.
How shaky were you there though, Marko, när
Easy
han hade
money.
med någon?
Ice cold.
Första matchen var inte ens
Fick du
close.
13 kronor? Hur fan fick du 13 kronor då?
Va? Var det inte 2 som
Fick du
bettade?
tillbaks totalt 13 kronor.
Jag fick tillbaka 13,5. Ja, oddsen var
Så om oddsen är
1,35.
1,35, om du bettar 10 då får du tillbaka 13,5.
Where's the rest of the
Så
money?
Innehåll resten.
Va? Hur?
They lost, hello!
Det var fem bäst.
Hur fan ska, okej, hur fan ska
Resten
vi
av
göra?
pengarna går till vinnaren.
Ja, det kan vi göra.
Och Max
Ja, okej.
får 5 kronor för
Ja,
Jag
det
får
får
fan-
man.
Nej, jag kan skicka resten till... Så hur fan blir det då?
30 spänn.
Men
Fan,
50
räknar
minus
ut
13,5.
13,5. Jag fattar
Eller så
inte.
splittar du bara alla
All right.
pengar på de som bettar rätt.
Ja, det var 2
That's
stycken.
probably right,
25,
actually.
25.
Jag har redan
Ja.
swishat tillbaka för det här dock. Okej, då swishar jag bara mer.
25 till
Okej.
Oskar, 25
That
till
works
Kalle.
for me.
I swish it again.
Vem fick de andra pengarna?
Ingen.
Max.
Än så länge.
Max.
Okej.
Inte döda på.
Vadå, tror du det här commentator shit är free eller? Jag har faktiskt mitt...
Åh, din
jag har
bild,
mitt...
Marco.
Jag vet det, jag har mitt... Vill ha mina notes här? Som jag hade för...
Använder de ens?
Vad sa du?
Använder de ens?
Det var slut efter... Vad heter det? Slut efter första.
Dina notes.